there anything you can't do?
But you all are here because you can handle it. So any questions, concerns, anything at all giving you pause, you come see Dr. Walker or I. Little problems left unchecked become big problems. And we fix big problems here, not make them. Let's get to work. Welcome, everyone, to the TMD. Captain? Looks like we missed each other back at Mast. Listen, I just wanted to say, I could have never guessed where all this was going to lead. But now, knowing what I do, that my father truly is the monster I always thought he was. Well, I've just spent a lot of my life in pursuit of the truth. So, you bringing it straight to me, it just means a lot. The best ones certainly do. You know, I was thinking, while we were up on that podium, if I wanted to try and see him again. But I knew the answer before I even finished the thought. I didn't. Because confronting him, what would I have gained from that? From letting him remind me I can never truly be rid of him? Nothing. Now, all I'd be doing is acknowledging that he still has some sway over my life. And while I can't do anything about his role in my past, I'm not about to let him control my future. And thanks to what we've done together, that future is brighter than it has been in a long time. Words can't do justice to how grateful I am for that. You know I can't do that. I've got an assignment. But I'll never say no to a visit when you're in the area. Remind us all how much we owe you. Oh, we blew past weird a long, long time ago. But don't worry, I'll keep it professional. It's been an honor, Captain. Good luck out there. but you all are here because you can handle it. So any questions, concerns, anything at all giving you pause, you come see Dr. Walker or I. Little problems left unchecked become big problems. And we fix big problems here, not make them. Now let's get to work. Welcome, everyone, to the TMD. Captain, looks like we missed each other back at... I could have never guessed where all this was going to lead. But now, no, that my father, well... the best ones certainly do. You know, I was thinking, but because all I'd be doing is... I'm not about to let him control my future. Words... You know I can't do that, but I'll never say... Well, I think it's safe to say you succeeded beyond anyone's wildest dreams. It's been an honor, Captain. Good luck out there. Percival, Kaiser, and our researchers all under one roof. Good having the squad back together. Thanks for that.
History better damn well not repeat itself here.
Why, hello, fellow Class 1 citizen. That's never gonna get old. Now, was there something you needed?
Oh yeah. Known each other since the Xeno weapons team.
You can imagine my shock when I walked into this place for the first time and found some plucky 19-year-old was gonna be my partner. We were supposed to be co-heads initially, but you've dealt with Hadrian. You can imagine about how long that lasted. But the Major knew her stuff. Saw potential in all her staff and knew how to get the best out of them. Kind of bull only an uncynical woman like Hadrian could pull off. For all the damage that group did, we were real tight-knit. Having that back, it's nice. Who knows? Probably need to cut me down and count the rings to figure it out at this point.
I joined UC DRIP, Defense Research and Initiative Program, right after graduation.
Worked on all kinds of projects, but I fell hard for Xenobio. Way I saw it, nature had already figured out plenty more than we ever will. So, why not just copy some of the answers? Initially, it was a lot of material sciences, using carapace to make tougher ship hulls, biofluids for helmet glass that didn't fog.
But when the war started looming, top brass in the UC military had other ideas for what we should be looking into. That's where Xeno weapons got started. There was a team before us, set up in some secret base somewhere, that laid down a fair bit of groundwork on the field. But when a lab accident took them down, they called on Hadrian and I to take up the mantle, set in motion everything that's come since.
Why? You want to watch an old man squirm? What we did back then, we were trying to win a war. We used every tool we had, tools we were permitted to use at the time, to try and win it. Never said I didn't. Whole point was to create weapons so scary every Freestar Collective boy and girl would drop their arms and run home. We thought, well, we hoped it would be comparatively merciful. People just giving up instead of deploying to the battlefield. Wrong on that front too. But at least now, with the TMD, some of that work is finally being put to better ends. Makes looking back a little less painful.
You heard right.
These terramorph attacks, they caught the UC off guard. UC Brass doesn't like that. So, they want us patrolling the front lines of xenological life, ensure we've got intel on any possible new alien threats.
Which means we need someone to track down said aliens and harvest samples from them. And not just any sample from these animals is gonna do either. We're trying to build a comprehensive picture here, which requires specific cells from specific family lines of some oftentimes unfriendly creatures. But since dealing with unfriendly creatures falls square in your wheelhouse, well, I figured we might be able to recruit you for the task. Pretty much every beast, behemoth, critter, and chimera humanity's run across is on the list. But we can send in-house researchers after the little guys. Your job will be primarily dealing with the, more troublesome species. This isn't the same sort of harvesting you and Hadrian were doing with the Terramors. A little will go a long way here. If you can get close enough to these creatures to harvest from them directly, you should be able to collect what we need without killing them. I checked with Lieutenant Walter before heading out. A good EM weapon could serve you well on these missions. Though, if heavens forbid, there's no viable option other than putting the things down. We're only talking a select few specimens here. These populations will recover. Glad to hear it. There is just one additional wrinkle. UC spec'd this as a one-person job, but I convinced them this sort of task merits expert backup. So, if you're interested, they've agreed to let you take Hadrian with you. You'll have to convince her, of course, but I don't think she'll fight you too badly. We could use Hadrian here, absolutely. But we have other scientists. Not a lot of other people can go up against apex predators and come home again and again. You and Hadrian are the right people for this job. I expect she wouldn't mind too badly being out there herself, so pay her a visit before you head out. Now, let's get you the details of your first quarry. Here you go. Head there, find your specimens, and bring those samples back here. I'll have a tech waiting outside to collect them from you. And remember, proximity should be all you need to get your samples. Get close, harvest, and get out before they spot you. Snatch those up and come home safe. Watch yourself. Some catch up later then.
Hey, you need something? Okay, I'm listening. What's going on? Things are good. It's nice to see the place cleaned up again. Brings back a lot of old memories. Been great so far. I'm happy to be working with Percival again. I think the TMD's set up to make a real difference in the settled systems. I'm honored to be a part of it. Backup? What does that have to do with me? Maybe. Why do you ask? Come with you? You can't be serious. There's no way Percival would okay that. I have important work to do here with the TMD. No, it's not that. You just caught me by surprise. I figured I'd be at the TMD for the long haul. Percival just can't help meddling, can he? I can't just pick up and leave the TMD. That's a huge decision. Hold on now, don't put words in my mouth. I've never backed down from a challenge, and I'm not about to start. If you really need backup out there, I'll watch your six. You can count on me to pull my weight. I'll always help out in combat, and I'm happy to assist you with any research too. Having an extra xenosociologist around on this assignment sure couldn't hurt. We'll be dealing with plenty of hostile creatures. Changed your mind? All right. I have plenty of work to do here. For what it's worth, though, I'd be happy to join you anytime. Hey, you need something? Okay, I'm listening. Back up? What does that have to do with... Come... Percival just can't help meddling, can he? I can't just pick up and leave the TMD. That's a huge decision. Yeah, maybe. I have to admit, that trip to Londinium whetted my appetite for field work. I saw myself at the TMD for the long haul, but if Percival already okayed this, then I'm in. If you really need backup out there, I'll watch your six. You can count on me to pull my weight. Having an extra Xeno. Yeah, I think so too. Thank you for the offer. Really. It was unexpected, but I think this will be for the best. Both for me and for the settled systems. I'll head out soon. I just need to talk to Percival before I go. He's gonna get an earful for arranging this without talking to me about it first. See you, Captain. Hey, Captain. I'll get back to work.
Sounds like we finally got some real marching orders from the cabinet. I presume that's your doing. Everything up to spec. Need something? That's correct. Ran logistics for the Devils for years before getting the assignment here. Military logistics isn't usually thrilling work, but as bone-crushingly exhausting as this job could be, it sure as hell was never dull. Coordinating habitats from nightmares from the far side of Lantana 8B and their favorite breathing snack foods? Sure, why not? Stocking the UC for a rancher who's got 2,000 grade A kilos of biomass he can ship to Mars per week? We call days like that Tuesday. So when I heard things might be opening up again, I put in for my transfer immediately. Good hunting.
Just don't let those critters get... Well, should be getting back to it anyway.
Pardon.
It's safe here, right? Terramorphs give me the heebie-jeebies.
dangerous assignment, but you all are here because you can handle it. So any questions, concerns, anything at all giving you pause, you come see Dr. Walker or I. Little problems left unchecked become big problems. And we fix big problems here, not make them. Now let's get to work. Welcome, everyone, to the TMD. Captain, looks like we missed... I could have never... But now that my father, well... The best ones certainly do. You know, but... Because all I'd be doing, I'm not about to let words... You know I can't do that. But I'll never say no to a visit. Well, I think it's been an honor. Our Asili's population's already tracking ahead of expectations. Terramorphs aren't gonna know what hit them.
Ha! Look who it is. Who knows? I joined UC Drip. Worked on all kinds. Way I saw it. Initially, it was a...
But when the war started, there was a team, but when a... Oh yeah.
You can imagine we were supposed to be, but the Major knew. Why? What we did back then. Never said I did. Whole point. We thought... Wrong on that front too. But at least now... Be seeing you. Interest you in a new assignment? You heard right. These terramorphic... So, they want it.
Which means, we're trying to build a company. But since... This isn't the same sort. If you can get close... I checked with the lieutenant. Though, if heavens...
Pretty much every beast, but we can send in-house. Glad to hear it. There is just one additional wrinkle. So, if you're interested, they've agreed to let you take Hadrian with you.
You'll have to convince her, of course. But I don't think she'll fight you too badly.
We could use Hadrian here, absolutely. Not a lot of other people. You and Hadrian are the... I expect she wouldn't mind too badly being out there herself, so... Now, let's get you the details of your first quarrel.
Here you go. Head there. Find your specimens.
History better damn well not repeat itself.
Have a tech waiting outside to collect them from. And remember, proximity should be all you need to get your samples. Get close, harvest, and get out before they spot you.
Take care of yourself out there. Watch yourself. Be seeing you.
Sounds like we finally got... That's correct. Ran logistics for the devil. Military logistics. Coordinating habit. Stalking the use. So when I heard things... Don't worry.
Suit yourself. Yes?
Oh, I never get tired of that. And we're here.
You are entering United Colony space. Maintain course and prepare to be scanned. And we're done. Enjoy Sidonia.
The board's all green. Successful jump.
Thanks for the assist with those fleet ships. Go ahead and park your ship at Docking Port 1. Commander Ikonde will be waiting for you in operations.
cannot believe I'm on a SysDef command ship. Yay.
Hi. Please disregard. I attempted an informal greeting.
Crimson Fleet is no more?
Having you work with
Some of the
SysDef has
guards
been an
don't
absolute...
think Delgado will likely stand trial to answer for his crimes. Given his record, I can't imagine he'll be standing for very long. I'm sure some of the others will interrogate. My job is to make sure none of them intimidate each other into staying quiet. Once we get planetside, we need to make sure the transport of these prisoners goes smoothly. The job's not truly done until their asses are parked in a maximum security prison. Until next time.
I would have loved to see the look on those pirates' faces when they found out you were working for us.
Renegade. You saved the day, Renegade. Stay frosty.
There's still a lot of cleanup that needs to be done as we wind down this operation.
You have permission to speak as you were.
Crimson Fleet is no more?
Commander, seems happier. We have you to thank for that. We'll be here if you need us.
I would have loved to see the look on those pirates' faces when they found out you were working for us. We'll be talking about this battle in the history slates.
Reclaiming the key was a long time coming.
We suffered minimal casualties thanks to you. It takes a brave soldier to do what you did. You weren't just on the front line. It's finally over. We did it.
SysDef.
Got anything you need to offload? Trade authorities always buy. Kiosk right here for you. Anything I can help you with? You the courier? I've been expecting you. Star Parcel has your payment right here. Anything else you need?
You are a sight to behold. And with the two of us together, the galaxy better be careful. I'll carry anything you need. You make life worth living, my love. Another day in paradise with you. But time to get back to work.
Keep moving. Scanners won't hurt you.
You need to move some merch. Always happy to... All right, buzz off. Busy.
Yeah, so glad you stopped by today. Yes, my friend. It's amazing how much my fellow merchants have been motivated thanks to your kind actions. Knowing that no one's been alone with their troubles is just what everyone needed to hear, and now they're rising to the occasion. It's the dawn of a new day, my friend, and we have you to thank for it. Certainly, my friend. I hope you have a glorious day, my friend.
I'm not gonna say this twice. Get the hell away from me.
Our trained and certified and affordable. And with the prime rating of only 16%, enhance your life. Here at Inham. Anywhere in the galaxy. You deserve the best.
You know I went to chef's school.
come on in, please. Absolutely.
Hey there, intrepid explorer. Ready to make your ultimate discovery? Step into the door of secret where you'll enter a world of
I'm just saying, you don't know the side
and miss out on a chance to experience.
Sure how much longer it's
Everything we serve is hot and fresh. Ah, not at all. We met on it. We dated for a while. Remember us next time you're craving. Don't be squeamish. It's fun to try something new. Not at all here. Next time you're feeling hungry, look us up again.
never run into spaces. Oh, hello again. Welcome back. For months, knowing what happened to Thomas was all that I had on my mind. Finding out the truth and knowing that you vindicated his death took a huge burden off my shoulders. Now that the weight's been lifted, I suddenly have so much free time, I almost don't know what to do with myself. It's definitely a much easier problem to live with. I can promise you that. All you have to do is... Try and stay dry out there.
Landing site's clear. All green here.
Captain, greetings. Captain, do you require my assistance?
Here to give some orders?
Last night was truly something.
Captain, hello. I am satisfied to see that you survived your opening.
How you doing, darling? There are no words. I need better words, stronger words to talk about you. Another day in paradise with you. Well, time to get back to work.
We're locked in and landing.
Greetings, Captain. Prepare for combat. Search these remains for valuables.
Smells part of the job.
Star Collective. Please maintain your current course while we scan your ship. That's all we need. You're cleared for landing at Achilles City.
Need some work done? Hey, what can I do for you?
Whoa, 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 whoa. Aren't you the one who took down the Crimson Fleet? What do you insist on?
Take a look around. Here. Bro.
I can't believe Bailey did such a bonehead move. Bailey's on thin ice. One more mistake and she's out of a job.
I thought I was going to be fired for sure. Now I got a whole performance.
Spacesuit.
Thanks to the brave heroes of the Key Offensive.
Welcome to Aquila. Aquila City is bustling. One of the busiest trade. Got it.
You should talk with Duncan. I handle the boring behind-the-scenes work. So many little details. And just need to
Saw your ship come in. Nice ride.
Oh, are you a friend of Sam Coe? I do so hope you both appreciate the museum. It's about his family, after all. Everything you see here is a piece of Aquila City's history. Very well. People are proud. So it gets pretty... There are some things I would kill to have. I mean, wait, not literally. But I would pay a lot for. You see, the Coe family lost a treasure trove of old historic documents ages ago. And those documents would be priceless to have here.
Huh. Those old things.
Well, all of them were owned by our city's founder, Solomon Coe. He's more than that, really. He's one of the greatest heroes of the settled systems. These documents would be, like I said, priceless to the museum and to our guests. I'll pay far more than anyone else would, that's for certain. Jacob Coe and I, he sold off very...
Troubled is, those documents?
Your father donated...
Jacob did what?
If you find... The museum... Oh, are you a friend of Sam Coe? I do so hope you both appreciate the museum. It's about his family, after all.
I could get very, very used to this.
Hi, I have artifacts that date all the way back. Very well. So it gets... There are some things I would... But I would... And those documents...
Huh.
Well, all of them... He's more than that. These documents would be... Their absence pains me. Jacob Coe and I have talked at length, and his great-grandfather was... a troubled man. He sold off various historic documents to cover debts. They could be anywhere.
Troubled is a charitable way of putting it. Great-grandpa was a walking disaster. He almost lost everything, family estate included. Those documents she's talking about, they're real. We even have a few that survived.
Your father donated what was left to the museum.
Jacob did what? I didn't think charity was in his vocabulary.
If you find any of that trove of documents, I will pay dearly for it. Thank you. Think of the future generations that could benefit from seeing such important history. Let me see. Oh dear Lord. It's real. It still exists. This is the original charter for Aquila City. And you can see their signatures. This is really the birth of the Free Star Collective. The core philosophy of limited government and inalienable rights. All here. Thank you. If you find anything else, please come back. Most people know Solomon Coe as the founder of Aquila City and the father of the Free Star Collective. He was an astrophysicist who lived on Earth in a place called Wyoming. Solomon was born around the time people first started living in space. Later in life, he designed starships, and when Earth was in peril, those ships helped to save humanity by taking them to new homes in the stars. The bravery and heroism it took to save humanity. Whew, goosebumps. During the Great Exodus, Solomon came to this world. He named our star Cheyenne, which was also a place on Earth, and gave Aquila its name too. He and some others built the settlement that would go on to become Aquila City, and his descendants still live here today. Aquila City was founded over 150 years ago by Solomon Coe, a scientist and explorer from Earth. Along with other settlers, Coe built the structures you see in the part of the city we call the core. Those proud buildings still stand today. The planet was dangerous, so they built a wall around their settlement. Eventually, they ran out of space and started building outside the wall. There were so many buildings that they had to build another, larger wall, forming a second outer ring around the growing city. Of course, the city didn't stop growing, and before long, the third wall, the outer wall you see today, was constructed. Today, Aquila City is the proud capital of the Free Star Collective, and the Council of Governors continues to meet here when they need to. If you ever want to learn more history, please visit.
Private sector. That's where the real money's at.
great-grandfamily made that drive, right? We're here.
White. Constellation vessel. Sam? Sam, is that you? I could use a little help if you're not too busy. Concentrate fire. I want that ship in pieces. Grab drive. Can't skip the system. Come back, pick up that grab.
Target's engines have been critically damaged. Ship generator has been knocked out.
If you have time,
Enemy craft drive
I'll
out.
talk before I
There
have to
goes
head
their
off.
engines. Ha!
I had it covered, but happy to be in your debt again.
So what, if we count this incident as the second time I've saved you?
It's not a competition, Sam.
Sure it isn't. So there's that time at the asteroid belt, the one on Neon. So, I still owe you 3, Lillian.
4. You always forget that cargo freighter with the explosives.
4. Definitely 4 then.
But, Captain, in all seriousness, your help is appreciated. I'm glad Blake scooped you up when he had the chance. You're a hell of a ranger. Is Cora on board?
Mom!
Oh, babe girl, it's so good to hear your voice.
Can we come over and visit?
Sadly not now, honey. I'm still on the clock.
Crime never sleeps.
At this point, I'd settle for a cat nap. I've been doing good. I managed to even have a social life. Well, a little bit of one.
This has to be one of the signs of the apocalypse.
Remind me again why I was happy to see you, Sam. I am planning a proper vacation one day. I hear Paradiso was nice.
Is this the famous vacation you've been planning since before I met you?
Always with the wisecracks. And Captain, nice moves. It's good to know my daughter's in good hands.
What about me?
What about you, Sam? I'm kidding. You always said I need to have a better sense of humor.
Forget I ever mentioned that.
Take care.
Landing site is good to go.
You can feel the misery already.
Captain, it is pleasant to see you.
No wonder no one will work for you. My man is missing, and you're all just here. What? Waiting for him to wander back through the gate?
Mr. Halftown, we are trying, but we don't have the manpower.
And now half my crew thinks your little band of convicts is just waiting to drag us off and scrap us for organs.
Mr. Halftown, our security officer has been put into the infirmary trying to find your worker. We're doing everything we can. All I ask is that you and your crew be patient. You have nothing to fear from us convicts. We are handling it.
Then get it done. Or else we are going to have problems.
You have my word. I'm sorry, love, but the Elios retreat isn't taking new residents right now. We've had some issues. A missing person chief among them. But you're welcome to rest up and refuel here as long as you'd like. So long as there's no bounty hunter after you that's going to kick my brand new door off its hinges. Well, at the moment, it's primarily a collection of shipping containers and unused construction materials. But the plan is to make this place into a growth and education residence for the galaxy's incarcerated. We'll offer job training and a support network for folks that otherwise just while away their days in prison just because they didn't have the credits to pay their own bounties. Get them all the tools they need to set up regular, boring lives like the rest of us. I know it can work. Have the notation to prove it. We did an 18-month pilot program before we started setting up shop here. We're happy to now call 2 of the participants employees of this very facility. They just needed some help getting their footing. And once this place is open, we're going to expand on that success. Well, thank you. Always striving to make my presence in the universe a net positive. But I'm sure you didn't come all this way just to listen to me blabber. You're probably exhausted. Monica should have any supplies you might need. She's just out front of the main building. And our ship services tech is out near the landing pad if your vessel needs some tending to. And if you need anything else, or just want to talk, you come find me. But once we officially open our doors, the retreat's going to have to be a lot of things to the formerly incarcerated folks we plan to bring here. Residence, school, a place for reflection. Nevin, he handles everything infrastructure related, while I take care of everything our residents might need to get them moving along healthier paths. I make sure we've got the facilities to support everyone. I arrange all our occupational training. Even got my counseling certification a few years back so I can serve as a compassionate ear when people need it. Well, like I mentioned, the retreat's our modest attempt to change how the galaxy deals with those who find themselves on the wrong side of the law. Once we're open, the goal is to take in people whiling away in prison because they couldn't pay their bounties. We'll get them job training and a support network. All the tools they need to set up regular, boring old lives just like the rest of us. We're trying to do what we can to help those who need it. That the truth? Because I can't say it's going to be easy work, but if you found the construction crew's missing man, we'd all owe you. This planet is not the most accommodating to human life. It's wild, empty, and the local fauna, well, they're not big fans of humans. So while I will absolutely take your help if you're offering it, I just want you to be aware, I don't expect it's going to be a walk in the park. Well, he was last seen a few days ago, so we don't think he could have gotten far. We sent our lone security officer to find him, but things didn't go according to plan out there, and now he's taken up residence in our infirmary. So if you're offering, we'll absolutely take the help. You don't know how happy I am to hear it. First things first, you want to speak to Greg D'Angelo, our security officer. He was wounded searching for our worker, Mr. Killman's trail. He should be able to get you pointed toward Killman's last known location.
We have to do a picnic here. Get a selfie. These guys certainly aren't lacking in ambition. Right here with you, it's a little patch of heaven.
Thank you again for helping us. Please, find what happened some other time then.
I'm sorry. Are you lost? Because if you're here to enroll someone, I'm afraid we're having just a minor crisis. And it's going to be a while before we're evaluating any applicants. Oh, that's awfully kind of you, but... you know, we could use some more manpower, actually. Speak to Sloane. She's been taking point on the... well, she'll be able to explain it all. I'm the facility's chief administrator, co-head of the whole retreat with Sloane. She handles most of the resident side of things. Making sure we've got the right people for the program and those people have the right tools to succeed in their own development. I keep the lights on and make sure things hum along smoothly, which has been harder of late. Currently, very little. But once we're open, should that day ever come, we hope to have all manner of training and personal development courses available for our residents. Most of our staff are formerly incarcerated themselves, so we hope to be able to provide a level of service unlike any other in the galaxy. I am the sole exception. I was a neighborhood administrator for years in New Atlantis, was tasked with maintaining the Wells section of the city, home to many of the UC's most underprivileged citizens. I saw firsthand what havoc the bounty system could cause in a neighborhood. Parents in prison, money funneled away from basic needs. It can become a cycle. Here, we hope to give people the tools to escape it. Currently, but once we're should that, we hope to have all, most of us. So much to get done.
If you can believe it, I was Crimson Fleet. Scouring the skies for loot and glory. Ended up finding a hefty prison sentence instead, which, honestly, was probably the best for me and the galaxy at large. You'd expect right, even at the best of times. But I'm sure you didn't come here for an ancient history lesson. Was there something else you wanted to discuss? I'll be around.
Who are you? Can't the guy heal in peace? I got gored. Was out hunting for this dimwit construction worker when something comes charging out of the overgrowth and puts a horn or a claw or something in my gut. I never got a good look at it, but it must have been huge because it laid me out. It took me 6 hours of crawling to get back here. So unless you need something right now, I'd love to get back to closing up the hole in my torso. Sloane found someone else, huh? Well, hopefully, you'll have better luck than I did. I managed to turn up some tracks outside the facility. Bit of a hike, though. Not sure if they were Killman's, but Ixal's not exactly a bustling metropolis. There was a cave system I scanned nearby, but I got attacked before I could look any further. Next place I was planning to visit once I was on my feet again. I'd start there. One creature on this world. It's like a nightmare. So do yourself a favor. Travel during the day.
you do that? Cora was big. Don't need a gun to take you. This side passage might lead someplace interesting. This is something's territory. Hopefully small bunnies. That would be nice for a change. That for crafting or profit?
I'm not going back. Stay away. Oh God, please, please don't put me back in the bag. I'll do whatever you say. Just please, not the bag. What happened? You're not here to... I was kidnapped. He caught me off guard after hours, threw a bag over my head and marched me off. But I escaped. But then these creatures started hunting me. So I ran in here. Please, take me back. I just want to go home. No. No, he kept the bag over me the whole time. I heard his voice. But he honestly didn't say much when I was around. I need this to be over. Please. Please, can we go? Please?
We're gonna make sure nothing else happens to you, okay?
Oh, thank God. You don't know what that... Oh, come on. Let's get out of here. You do know the way back, right?
If I may. Ka-ching! Might be some goodies or a shortcut through here. Wonder if there's anything in here.
Holy shit, you found him!
There's a face I never expected. Kill him! Killman's back! Mother of God, kid. What happened?
I was walking out, and someone threw a bag over my head. They took me... I don't know. It smelled like the inside of the first aid kit. I had to sleep on the steel floor and...
Which one of you crooks bagged him, huh?
Us? Why the hell would we do that? Waste of a perfectly good bag.
You're rambling, kid. Come on. Let's get you cleaned up. You smell like used welder's gear.
Mr. Halftown, I have some medical training. I'd be happy to.
You stay away from him. I want whoever kidnapped my man found and dealt with, understand? I don't care if it's one of your people or mine or a fucking ghost. Find them.
Of course. We'll do what we can. But...
I'm not interested in excuses. I need to know who did this. Just find my man's kidnapper now.
Ah, so you're the one who Sloan roped into helping us. You don't know what a lifesaver that is. Only visitors we normally get are people making deliveries. Unless that's what brought you here in the first place. An invoice I should look at? Just as well, I suppose. Well, delivery woman, you're welcome to look at what we've got on offer while you search. Got all the basics you might need. Most of the staff here are. Got me for digital intrusion and grand larceny. Was in a bad place. Needed a lot of funds. Fast. So I hacked a couple Galbank servers. Had maybe 6 years left on my sentence in Aquila when Sloan and Nevin swooped in. They said they'd pay off my whole bounty if I ran through their pilot program. I didn't have much else going on, so I said sure. It was hard work, but Sloan, the woman is compassion in human form. She stuck with me. And now I'm here, running the retreat shop and maybe someday one of my own. Sure did. Anyone who commits to joining the program gets their bounty paid off by the retreat. Not sure who's footing the bill, though. I presume it's coming from outside donations because Sloan and Nevin aren't exactly rolling in cred sticks. They've got all the necessities. Take care now.
I guess it might have been a bit naive for me to hope for a happy reconciliation, but you brought him back safe. That's what's important. Here, you have my sincerest thanks. But now, we've got a whole new thread to pull on. What are the chances I'd be able to convince you to help us find our kidnapper? Thank the heavens. So, we just need to figure out where we're sending you. Now, Mr. Kilman didn't seem to have a lot of information, but I caught at least 1 or 2 bits I think could help us find our kidnapper. I want to believe none of them would. But I've been around long enough to know how easy it is for someone to surprise you. So honestly, I don't know. But I think those hints Kilman mentioned about the kidnapper's refuge are the key to figuring it out. He did, didn't he? Industrial antiseptic would be my guess. I know that smell. There was a building we were evaluating as a possible site for the retreat not far from here. An old research outpost. Seems like a decent match for the description of our kidnapper's hideaway. Here, the facility's coordinates. Head out there and see what you can find.
If you're going anywhere other, try not to be too. Hand selected, but... Catch you later.
Gonna believe me if I tell them you can do that. That's my favorite part. We're done? I could go for round 4. the spoils. I said that right.
I have no more enemy targets in sensor range. Stand by.
make that look too damn easy.
You seem to have weathered that trek well enough. Were you able to find anything at the facility? It certainly is. Monica, anything you can do with this?
I can take a look. Oh, it's encoded. Made to look scrambled. And done badly. Looks like... there. Seems there were 2 of them. Oh my god. It's all here. The accidents, the kidnapping, Greg's attack. These 2, they did it all.
Any mention of who they are? They're not with the construction crew, are they?
No names. But there are a pair of ID numbers. They're with the Trackers Alliance.
The Alliance sent 2 bounty hunters? Here? But our bounties are all paid.
I'm not seeing an Alliance contract or documentation. I think this is off the books.
So, a couple of trackers have decided to haunt us on their own free time. Why?
Doesn't say. It's really not that impressive. Used to sell these on the set. A cheating spouse wants to... It's computer hacker one.
True, but knowing their motivations may make the process simpler.
Their motivation is money, Sloan. We pay them, and they'll leave us alone.
And make ourselves a target for every other hunter in the universe. We need to take a stand.
Says the one guy physically incapable of taking one.
We're not doing anything until we actually find them. Any mention in there of where our trackers might be now?
Sounds like they're on a supply run, outside the system.
Then we got a little time. Given their background, and ours, I expect you're the only person here they might actually listen to. Would you be willing to act as an emissary on our behalf?
Slate's not big on details. There's 2 of them, they're clearly armed, but that's about all we've got to go on.
But trackers aren't usually the type to take prisoners when it's not required. So the fact that they've thus far remained largely non-violent, well, it means they might be willing to negotiate. With the right person, of course, which I think in this case is you. I'm certain we can find a way to solve this without resorting to violence.
Let's just pay them and be done with it. I mean, we clearly need more manpower anyway. I'll hire them on as contractors.
To hell with that. We know where they live. Let's have our friend here get the drop on them and send them to the great beyond.
The last thing we need is the galaxy thinking that's how we solve our problems around here, Mr. D'Angelo. I would request you try to avoid any violence. But if you're looking for suggestions on how to proceed, well, it seems we've got opinions to spare. Be careful with these trackers. You don't get into their line of business. Love, I can only guess at what these 2 might be after. But it's clear they perceive something about us as a threat. They're afraid. And all you can do with fear is try and understand it. So, just listen to them, okay? Hear what? Good luck out there.
Thank you. I think you should offer them money. Here, all I have liquid at the moment. Hopefully it'll be enough. Take care, please.
What's up? You want to talk negotiation strategies? I've had to deal with my fair share of their kind over the years. You get into it to be your own boss and prove how tough. Let them know that pushing around a bunch of counselors just makes them look like bullies, not tough. Be careful with those goons.
You looking for my suggestion? I don't think they're gonna respect anything other than force.
You. Who are you and what the hell are you doing here? And just who the holy hell are you?
See? I told you Kilman was gonna lead them to us. Should have slit his throat when we had the chance.
Quiet. Listen, unless you're here to tell us those convicts have decided to close up shop, then we've got nothing to discuss. I couldn't care less about the cons. They can huff fish innards until they rot for all we care. But this retreat, if they actually succeed, keep criminals out of the bounty system, well, the galaxy probably doesn't need so many trackers at that point, does it? And then maybe the big boys like the UC and the Collective set up programs of their own, just like Helios. Put us all out of a job. Now, better to nip it in the bud now before it becomes a threat. Which is why I'm not interested in discussing anything except the date and time they're shutting their doors.
Take the easy way. It's less painful and so much easier. Hence the name.
That's so. I guess that's a good point. What? That's not what this is. We're tough. Fine. We'll leave the retreat alone. Can't make any promises about us being the last, though. Just get out, all right? I wasted too much time in this place already.
You got what you wanted.
There you are. You were gone for quite... That's the best news I've had in quite a while. This place, all of us, we are in your debt. There is just one last piece of business, though. Nevin asked to speak to you, in private. He's waiting for you up in the office.
Ah, there you are. So, first things first, I need to say, well, thank you. And we are exceedingly grateful for it. It's just, the situation you set right, with the trackers, it's one we don't want to find ourselves in again. Luckily, we have someone, our founding donor in fact, who has offered to reach out to the Alliance, ensure their good behavior going forward. Before she does, however, she's asked for the details of what exactly occurred. I've already shared my own insights, but, well, she wants to talk to you too. Is that something you might be amenable to? Our benefactor has said she'd prefer... But you can rest assured she wants only to thank you in person. Hear yours. She'll be pleased to hear it. Head to Aquila City in the Cheyenne system. Check in with Justin Sneed, her security chief. And I would ask you to try and be polite. She's the only reason we're here.
wonder why Solomon named this place Aquila. You'd think I know the answer to that, but I don't.
Hey, no funny stuff with that pushback.
Tower's closed. Come back some other time. You're them, huh? I've got 2 rules for this little meeting. Rule number 1, you're not to share anything you discuss up there. This is a private matter, and we're going to keep it that way. Rule 2, don't get playful with any firearms up there. Think you can abide by those? Good. Miss Lance is waiting upstairs. You can go on up. Don't try it.
And that must make you our guest. Please, take a seat. Now, you may already know who I am. Raisha Lance, CEO Laredo Firearms. And you, I know all about. I can't thank you enough for everything you've done for the retreat. Truly, it's a project that's near and dear to my heart. I'm not the sole donor, but yes, the retreat is a project I've been trying to foster for some time now. My attempt to improve the plight of humanity, even if just in a minor way. Which is why I'm so thankful for your intervention on its behalf. Now, I presume Nevin already got you up to speed. I need details before I talk to the heads of the Trackers Alliance. Make sure their members understand the retreat's off limits. So if you don't mind, I'd like to just jump right into it. Lily here will be taking notes as we go. Now, Nevin said all the various incidents afflicting the retreat, they all stemmed from this pair of rogue bounty hunters. Do I have that right? There were a streak of thefts and accidents leading up to Mr. Kilman's kidnapping. We'd presumed they were just bad luck or local fauna. Ixel's not exactly the most hospitable of worlds, but Nevin made it sound as if those bounty hunters might have been responsible for it all. And I was hoping you could confirm if that was the case or not. Ah, I'll be sure that's noted. But you did manage to get those 2 to leave the retreat alone. You mind my asking how you accomplished that? Two trackers and you just talked them down? That's quite the feat. I'm interested in the details, though. How exactly did it all play out? I suspect there was more to it, but I suppose that'll be enough for the report. So, only other thing I wanted to ask, and I'm just looking for an opinion here, is there anything in your eyes that could have been done to prevent this happening? After everything I've heard from you and Nevin, I'm inclined to agree. It'll take time to get the right people in place for this kind of work, but I'll make sure it's addressed. But that should give me enough to present to the Alliance. Thank you for making the time. Now, what you did, well, it deserves something more than just a couple of firm thank yous. Here, I want you to have these. They're a rare make, but I think you've earned it. Now, was there anything else you wanted to talk about before we went our separate ways? something that's been on my mind for a while now. How best to help the galaxy's incarcerated population? Humanity's tried plenty of bad ideas. Throwing them in jail and forgetting about them. The UC gave that a go way back when. Took all their criminals to a penal colony on Suvorov and left them to their own devices. Well, those folks didn't appreciate that sort of treatment, took over the colony, and now we call them the Crimson Fleet. Next, we tried making them pay fines instead of going to jail. Except if you don't have the money, that's no sort of improvement at all, is it? Bad idea after bad idea. I thought it was time we tried something new. That's where the plans for the retreat came from. Our attempt at doing things different. You make lots of friends in my position. Friends in the Freestar Collective, friends in the UC. The sort of people with influence over things. Like, say, how much a locality is allowed to spend on Alliance contracts each quarter. When the Alliance heads grasp that it's better for us all to be friends, I expect they'll leave the retreat well enough alone. That's kind of you, but without your help, it might have stayed just a goal. You have my sincere thanks. Now if you'll excuse me, as you've seen, there's plenty to be done.
Talk to Miss Lance if you want to make a purchase.
Excuse me. Not to worry. I've got it all here.
Thank you again for all you've done. Indeed. As I designed and... Yes, of course.
I miss my dear darling and you Atlantis, as I wander the blackness of the deep abyss. My ship is in tatters, all dented and worn, but I trust my old engine to get back by morn. Way out in the blackness, way out quick as an old asteroid. Always happy to meet a stranger. Hope my singing was to your liking. It is, at that. If you believe the family tales, we've been merchantmen and freighter captains since the days of the East India Company. If you like my singing, you should have heard my pops. Now he had a voice. Oh, and now you've made mine. Afraid my ship's got the next jump plotted in, so I'm away. Fair travels.
The security needs of a place like this, I would have figured it all out eventually. But still.
Couple of damn trackers with a vendetta. Well, I clearly wasn't fair with these folks. I'm the construction foreman. It's my job to make sure the Helios retreat gets built. Why does anyone take any job? Credits, and these folks have plenty. But I mean, come on. What they're selling here? Fixing the settled systems by giving criminals career training? You really think the Crimson Fleet are just one typing course away from becoming model citizens? Never been on the receiving side of a visit from the fleet, huh? And look, I know some folks have it tough out there. I've employed my fair share of ex-cons over the years. But you know how they turn their lives around? They did their time and got jobs instead of making the same bad choices again. Those are options everyone's already got. No retreat required. But I'm sure you didn't come here just for a debate. Let's talk about something else. They chose to... But I'm sure you didn't come here just for a debate. We'll be around.
You know who I miss? My bunk. You think it's thinking about me? Because I'm sure thinking about it.
Not now, okay?
Always good to have you back again. Just happening through our neck of the woods, stranger? Nevin told me about your summons. Our, donor wasn't too hard on you, I hope. It's something she had asked for. She doesn't want her firm's reputation and ours to affect one another. But I'm mostly just curious how things went. She can be a hammer when the situation requires, but this project holds a pretty special... Well, thanks to your little chat, our donor's doing everything she can to upend the various roadblocks in our way. We're in the process of vetting more security, looking at some additional and more agreeable contractors. Whatever gets this place closer to becoming a reality. Opening's still a ways off, but we'd be going nowhere if you hadn't wandered in. It's hard to say for certain. We're only just now in a place where we can actually assess how long everything's going to take. But with time, we'll get there. And that's thanks to you. That makes two of us. Thank you again, love. For you, our doors will always be open. All you've done, I'll be around.
So this... I hope our donor was considerate of what you've done. Take care, please.
That's what do you think?
Don't hurt.
So, because of this little episode with the trackers, Nevin's agreed to let
Couple of damn track. I'm the construction. It's my job. Why is anyone... But I mean, come on. You really think the... Never been on the... And look, but you know how they turn their life? Those are options everyone. But I'm sure you didn't come here. Sure.
So those trackers got taken care of, but...
Man, I can places I didn't.
Just happening through our neck. Nevin told me about your... It's something she had... She can be a ham. Well, thanks to... We're in the process of... Whatever gets this... It's hard to say, but with time... That makes two of us. Thank you again, love. For you, our doors will always be open.
The Elios retreat. So much to get done.
This is a Freestar Guard ship. What are you thinking? And the Marooner down. Thanks for the assist. Acknowledge? That got a little too exciting back there. Most ships would have bugged out and left us with this mess. But you? Total class act. Any way we can repay you? Hope this helps you out. Thanks again for the help. Over and out.
Let's see what there is to see. Driver spinning down. Jumps. Set of stars. Another jump down. set of stairs.
This is 3-star collector space. Hold while we scan your ship. You're good to go. Have a nice time in Aquila City.